on this wonderful sunny day in Berlin-Babelsberg. We would like to welcome you to this very, very exclusive press conference on the set of the new and upcoming family blockbuster Speed Racer, directed and written by the Wachowski brothers and produced by Überproducer, as we would say in German, Joel Silver. And all of that, as you can see, just a couple of days ahead before the first day of shooting. So this is a very special event, and we are all very happy to have you here. So now please welcome the CEO and president of the Studio Babelsberg, Charlie Wöpken, and the cast and the producer of this upcoming blockbuster. Roger Allam, Kit Gurry, Ji-Hoon Jung, popularly known as Rain. You can applaud. I mean, they're all coming up on stage. Thank you very much. Hiroyuki Sanada, Benno Furman, Richard Roundtree, Matthew Fox, Susan Sarandon, Emil Hirsch, producer Joel Silver, Christina Ricci, John Goodman, and Paulie Litz. Welcome to Berlin. It's great to have you here. Before we start the press conference, there's one more star that we would like to introduce to you, and we are very happy to have it here at the studio in Babelsberg. It's, you can probably see it. It's the Mach 5, and we would like to show you what it looks like.
That's perfect. Very nice.
Wow.
That's
Looks very nice. Mr. Silver, before we get started, because as it's German, I need to ask this question. Where can I buy one of these cars? It's kind of hard.
Well, that may be the only one we build, so...
Okay, so that's going to be hard. No, Mr. Silver, first of all, why did the Wachowski brothers choose Speed Racer as their first directorial debut, basically, after the Matrix trilogy?
Well, they were always very big fans of Speed Racer. It was the first time that they had seen, when they were kids, the first time they'd seen Japanese animation, which made them understand there was something, a different kind of animation out there in the world. And having grown up on Hanna-Barbera, Fred Flintstone, and Yogi Bear, this was the first time they saw something that was really different. And at the same time, they wanted to make a film for their nieces and their nephews, their friends, their families. They've made a lot of R-rated movies, and they've never really made films for everybody. And it was an opportunity to make something that was, a big family movie, a big fresh idea, and to do something that they always loved, Speed Racer. So here we all are.
So we're very much looking forward. Oh, hi, doggy. We're very much looking forward to seeing this movie next year. So the press conference is open if you have any questions.
Joel, you've been wanting to make this film for some time. What was it about the brothers' idea that really caught you, beyond the family entertainment?
Well, sometimes these movies come together very quickly. They take a long time. We've been trying to make this for 11 years. So we just never could find the right way to do it. And when Larry and Andy came to me and they said, look, we think we have a way to do this that never has been done before. I love working with them anyway. And I said, let's go, let's do it. And it will have a very vastly different look. They're wonderful writers, the Wachowski brothers, and they wrote a really great, powerful, emotional, fun story that was able to interest all these wonderful actors and all the people putting this movie together. And I think that they've really framed it in a way that is unique and fresh, but it keeps the essence of what Speed Racer was. And they're very conscious about what made them like Speed Racer in the first place. So it has all that magic of the original and a whole brand new, incredible new story.
A question for the cast. Whoever wants to answer can answer, all of you. I just want to know how was the experience of coming into this film? How did any one of you audition? How was the experience of talking to the Wachowski brothers? If you have already started some, I don't know, not shooting, but rehearsals. How is it to work with two creative minds? And if you had any experience of Speed Racer, the anime, before committing to this film. Thank you.
I think I can answer the first part of that, or the last part. When I was 6 years old, I used to watch Speed Racer on Cartoon Network. And that was actually the year that I decided I wanted to be an actor. You know, I was like, Dad, I want to try acting. And he was like, really? You want to try it? And so for me, it was all those years ago, I've always been interested in Speed Racer. And I think that, you know, Larry and Andy, they're so smart, and they finish each other's sentences. They're almost like the agents in the Matrix, you know? They're like, you know, they just know what they're thinking, each other are thinking. So for me, you know, to have two great minds working all the time, it's just they get so much more done, and it's so much more of a collaboration.
Who wants to answer the second part of the question?
Which part was that, about auditioning?
So I say again?
About auditioning?
Yes.
Well, I auditioned. I was sent the script, and the script, of course, is very top secret. And sent the script 2 days before, and heard about the project, and was very excited because I was a huge fan of the Wachowskis, and I had seen Speed Racer cartoons before, but I didn't know that much about Speed Racer. So, watched a few more cartoons, and went in, and Emil was there and read with me, and everybody was just so lovely. The brothers were great to meet, and I read, and since then, just talking to the brothers is so exciting because they truly are visionaries. I mean, if you think about what they did with The Matrix, they completely revolutionized that genre. So to be able to do a family film about this story, which is so cool anyway, and everyone loves cars, and to think about how they're going to revolutionize this sort of genre as well, it's really exciting to be a part of.
I mean, just look at the Mach 5. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I am a Korean broadcasting correspondent in Berlin. I came from Seoul, South Korea. I would like to ask Mr. Jung Ji-hoon and Mr. Joel Silver. First of all, for Mr. Jung Ji-hoon, would you explain to Korean audience what your actual role in that movie as a rival driver? And would you give us your first impression on the worldwide stage, such as a Hollywood movie? And second, for the Joel Silver, and what brought you to pick up and cast Mr. Jung Ji-hoon as a rival driver? And would you give us a specific reason why?
저는 이 영화에 처음 제의를 받았을 때 굉장히 기쁘게 생각했고, 그리고 아주 좋은 기회라고 생각을 했습니다. 이 역은 스피드와 그리고 레이스 X라는 인물과 같이 저희 가문을 이끌어서 가문을 지키는 내용이고요. 네, 그리고 아주 좋은 역할인 것이 틀림없고 너무나 행복하게 생각하고 있습니다.
Thank you.
I think I was in Japan once at one of the press tour I went, and we were there with a lot of kind of Hollywood stars, and I think at the time I was there, there was a commotion in the lobby of the hotel, and it wasn't, of course, for us, it was for him. So I said, who is that guy? And somebody told me about him, and he's a pretty good-looking guy and pretty talented. And when the boys' first impression about Speed Racer was to try to bring international cast together, and we thought, who is out there who might want to be part of this project? And we early on said, Rain. We need that guy, Rain. Let's get him. So I'm happy that he's here, and we're all here together.
Paulie.
Yes.
You are the youngest member of the cast, but your character in the series has a great sidekick. Could you tell us if that sidekick is going to be in the movie as well? You know, the chimpanzee.
Yes, he is. Yes. My sidekick, Willie, and Kenzie, Chim Chim, they're amazing. How smart they are. It's really amazing what they do. And I'm going to set the record straight for everybody. Willie and Kenzie do not like to be called monkeys. They like to be called chimpanzees. They don't have tails, monkeys do. And it's so funny because if you call them a monkey, they notice when you call them a monkey. They get, like, insulted that you call them a monkey. You called me a monkey? So, they're very special and amazing. Yes.
Thank you very much, Paulie.
It's a question to Mr. Silva. The movie benefits with 9 million euro from our new German film fund. Was it for you also a reason to come back to Babelsberg? And the second question, could you try to explain why did you come back after V for Vendetta to this place? Thank you.
Well, we had a wonderful experience making V here. It was really, being in Berlin is great. The country is fantastic. This facility here, Babelsberg, is a co-producer of the movie. It's just a great team working with them. It's economically advantageous for us to shoot here. It's a wonderful ability we have to make a deal where we can get some help in making our picture. But that's one reason. We can do that. A lot of places in the world you can get help to make pictures. But we really like being in Babelsberg. We like being in Berlin, Germany. And we're happy to be back. And we were looking forward to come back here, and we'll be back again. It's a great place to make movies, and I can't say enough how much we enjoy it and how we look for other reasons we can be here and make other movies.
It's another question for Joel. Apologies to the cast, but just wanted to ask, in terms of the look of the film, and particularly in terms of the driving sequences, how much is going to be computer generated? How much is going to be actual racing? For example, this wonderful car, does it run?
No.
You give it a good pushing start, it might.
I mean, it's pretty incredible what we can do today. I mean, sitting in the front row here are some of our incredible, talented visual effects people, John Gata, Dan Glass, who have worked with us on all of our pictures, Matrix and V, and I think that we're gonna be, whatever word, pushing the envelope, setting new standards, throwing everything out and doing everything new. I mean, I think they're really evolving a new way of picture making, which when we started the Matrix with the first images of the bullet time, as we called it, was done with still cameras, which were 128 still cameras in a row. We took lots of pictures and put them all together. I mean, it's changed so much in the 10 years we made that picture. And I think that we're going to do that, with this one as well. I mean, there's going to be very little actual cars running in this movie. I mean, they're going to have cars in the movie, but it's the things that these cars are going to do could not really happen in the real world. I mean, they won't look like animation. They'll be beautiful live action images, but they'll be all done in a new style of production. The movie's being filmed not in film, it's being filmed in HD. And we refer to the shooting process, the initial capture, and from there we go to work. So it's going to be a really different way of making a movie and watching and seeing a movie.
For us, it's very important to have this film here in Germany. It's a great opportunity for the German talent and the German crew, and also for us to work on a very high Hollywood level in terms of working with internationally renowned talent, and also to work on the forefront of modern filmmaking technologies. And the other thing is also that this film creates jobs in the industry in Berlin and also in Babelsberg. So this is a very important film for us.
I have a question for the leading roles. Maybe Emil Hirsch, Christina Ricci, and Matthew Fox could explain what's their character, what they're playing, and is there a love triangle?
Mr. Fox, would you like to start?
I'm playing Racer X. I have to confess to not knowing much about Speed Racer until I came to this project. I grew up without a television, so I didn't really know a whole lot about it until I met with Larry and Andy. And from there I did a little bit of research and definitely had recalled the images of Speed Racer. Went in and met with Larry and Andy, and they just pretty much blew me away with the way they talked about the picture and about what they were wanting to do with it. Racer X is a fairly mysterious, enigmatic character. He's I can't give away obviously too much about who he is and how he fits into the series, but I can't. I've never been as excited to be a part of a project as I am on this. It's something I'm thrilled to be a part of, and I just think about. I have 2 children, and I think about obviously the way they're going to view this, and also their dad playing Racer X. I think is going to be pretty cool. So, very very happy to be a part of it.
Speed is, for me, just a really pure-hearted hero who wants to do the right thing and be the best racer he can be when he comes up against, corporate values that are different from his family values. And for me, that's where kind of his kind of test of character comes in, is what kind of man is he going to be? And I think that was what really attracted me to the character, was, just sticking to his roots and his values, even though there's kind of a swirl of kind of big business around him.
And I play Trixie, and I'm Speed's faithful girlfriend. They've been together since grade school, and I'm really excited because I just feel like there's so many negative images for little girls out there, and she's a very strong-willed, smart girl who also, is super cute and has great clothes. So I'm pretty into it.
We've been together since grade school, but the relationship isn't stale.
No.
Mr. Sonata, maybe. Oh, no, go ahead, Christina, I'm sorry.
No, I was just making a bad joke.
As many as you want to. Mr. Sonata, we've been talking about, anime series and Speed Racer.
Yeah.
This has been the first one that has been shown in Germany and in the States. You probably grew up with anime series. So what is the specialty of Speed Racer in comparison to other? What makes it so special and so great?
I'm just exactly the Speed Racer generation. I grown up with a Speed Racer. He was my hero, and so I'm so exciting. Mach 5 here, so I'm so exciting. And every week I watch the TV series, and of course we really excited with the nice racing scene, action, and everything. But also we could learn a lot from the Speed Racer about glory, justice, and sometimes we have to fight against somebody for friendship or love, So this message is so universal. So I'm very glad to remake with wonderful, cool, and international cast. As a Japanese, we can introduce our culture and cartoon for all over the world. It's so amazing, and also I'm very happy to be here as a Japanese actor.
Thank you.
What's your own record on speed maximum on the highway, and any problem with police?
Okay, who would like to answer that one? Paulie, no.
Well, I'll answer that from the trunk of the Mach 5. That's where I'll be in that. I heard he goes pretty fast, but I'm in the trunk, so I don't see the how fast he's going. He should go about I hope this would be fun, going maybe 300. That would be so much fun, just zooming past everybody. It's a lot of fun in the trunk, I'll tell you that.
One of the funny things for me was, before I got the part, I was known in my circle of friends as the slowest driver, the grainy driver. I sit and I'm like, do you guys have your seatbelts on? Because I'm not starting in the car if you don't have your seatbelts on. They'd be like, oh, and put them on. But once I got the part, I started driving a little bit faster and a little bit faster. So by the time this comes out, I should be Formula 1 in it.
I'm a terrible driver, I'll just admit that right now. And I drive really fast and scare people. In the car, you know, like people are my passengers, but I've never gotten a ticket, ever. So, it can't be that bad.
Me? I got up to 140 miles an hour in West Texas in a Chevrolet Impala Super Sport. Thank you very much.
And for John, what was it about the part of playing Mom and Pop's racer that attracted you to come and make this movie with Joel and the Wachowskis?
Well, besides what everyone else has said, you know, I've never baked in a movie before, and I'm really looking to do a cooking show as a spin-off. So I thought, what better way but to spend the summer in Berlin and make pancakes and cookies with the Wachowskis, because when I talk to them on the phone, I don't have the faintest idea what they're talking about. So why not, you know? Well, I've never done a movie like this, and it's a great cast, and, you know, I love people that are trying something different. And I've been around so long, it's hard to find someone that's trying something different. So I was really thrilled that they asked me, and I can't wait to meet them.
I came to eat Susan's fabulous baking.
This is a question for Mr. Roundtree. Could you please tell us about your character in the movie and how you got attached to the whole project? Thank you.
Well, first of all, I knew nothing about Speed Racer, but I do have 5 children, varying ages, and Dad, they used to come home from school and watch it, and so they filled me in on what it was. And when I met the Wachowski brothers, I didn't know what they were talking about. And to be a part of something, I get a sense that it's almost kind of like reinventing the wheel. This is totally new, and to be a part of that is exciting, and with an international cast as well. I've been here before in Germany, and it's going to be filmed in Germany, in Berlin. I said, that's all exciting. New technology. The fact that my character loves this kid because of his integrity, because of his firm footing, and having been a racer myself and took a wrong turn, perhaps. I watch this kid and see his ability, and I see a bit of myself in him, and he's a winner, and he triumphs over the pitfalls that I possibly succumbed to. That's exciting, and I love watching him, because I kind of live vicariously through him.
Kik, one question to you. Did you even have to think about, you know, playing a part in this movie, knowing that it's about heroes, action, cartoon, written by the Wachowskis, directed by them?
No, I did not for a second. The first film I ever made was in 1998 in Sydney, and when we were rehearsing that film, it was a little annoying because there was a helicopter that kept flying overhead, and we couldn't hear each other. We kept looking out the window, and it was, you know, Keanu and Lawrence Fishburne's stunt double shooting the scene from the original Matrix. And someone made the point that that was probably costing more than our entire budget for the Australian film I was making. And I remember looking out the window and thinking, well, I'd love to be in a movie like that one day. So to be here and when this came up, there was certainly not a second's thought about being involved.
정지훈 씨에게 2가지 질문하겠습니다. 헐리우드에서 좀 더 큰 배역의 제의가 있었던 걸로 알고 있는데 그걸 마다하고 이번 이 영화를 택한 이유를 좀 말씀해 주시고요. 가수가 아닌 연기자로서의 목표를 좀 말씀해 주십시오.
So he's asking about why Mr. Jung chose this film instead of the other big film, because he got the other offers from a lot of Hollywood films. I'm sorry about it. And the other thing is, what's his ambition as a actor instead of as a singer?
글쎄요, 우선 첫 번째는 지금 영어 공부를 하고 있기 때문에 더 좋은 무언가를 기회가 많이 있었지만 글쎄요, 이 배역은 최고의 그동안 상상한 것보다도 더욱더 새로운 것, 그래서 최고의 것을 보여줄 거라 생각을 했어요. 그리고 여기 앞에 있는 조엘 실버에게 너무나 감사하고, 그리고 특히나 수잔 서랜든이라는 배우와 그 다음에 매튜 폭스, 그 다음에 에밀 허시, 그리고 이 많은 배우분들이랑 같이 함께 돼서 너무나 영광이고, 그리고 저는 가수도 너무 좋지만 연기도 너무 좋아합니다. 그래서 이 영화에 함께하게 된 것에 진심으로 영광스럽게 생각하고 정말 열심히 할 것입니다.
So what I thought is this is basically lifetime chance. So when I met Wachowski's, I saw the pre-production stuff and I was kind of overwhelmed. So basically, I'm pretty sure there's no doubt it's gonna be beyond your expectation. Whatever you thought or imagined, it's gonna be beyond that. So that's why I chose this one. So, and basically, I really appreciate all the support of Jerry Silver and Wachowski's. And thank you for that. Also, the other cast includes Susan Sarandon, who is his favorite actress, and Matthew Fox and Emil Hirsch, and all international cast. I'm really, really happy to work with them. So just keep an eye on us, and thank you for that. Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Alex Sohi. This question to Mr. Silva. Could you elaborate on why it took so long to get this made or to get this started?
These movies have a life. I mean, it just somehow works out that way. That this was, it took me a long time to make V for Vendetta as well. It took years before we could put that together. And I think that just now is the right time for Speed Racer. I mean, it just feels that the technology is advanced, we can do what we want to do. I mean, earlier we would be trying to, have these cars drive down the track and jump in the air and do things that they really could never have done. And I think now we can do all that. And I think that it just is a perfect time for the movie, and it feels like this is the way it came together. You never know when that's going to happen, but you work hard on these movies, and some happen again. I said before, very quickly, and some take a long time. And I just think now is the right time for this picture.
Benno, you're a huge star in Germany, and you've worked on a couple of international productions. What did you think when you received the call to be part of Speed Racer?
Well, it could be worse. That was my first thought, working with those people here and with the brothers. And what I like about it, I mean, I play a pretty straightforward inspector who's, fighting the bads of a corrupt, corporate enterprise for a better tomorrow, so to speak. And, the baking thing definitely did it for me again. After getting to watch Susan Sarandon bake, it's even more worthwhile preserving this world for a better future. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Daniela Meyer from the Bild newspaper, and I probably have the typical Berlin question, because first I would like to know how long are you guys staying in Berlin? And I would also like to know what you are planning to do, or what would you like to see in Berlin? What do you like here? What are you doing in your spare time? Where would you like to go?
We're here about 4 months, I think, and I'm really excited. I've never been here before, and I've been here about a week now, and I just have heard so much about Berlin being such an amazing cultural center, and so I'm excited to see to go to a lot of to see a lot of the art that's here.
And the people here in Germany are just, I love them. It's a completely different culture than the United States, but it's just as wonderful. And we've been going to different restaurants every single night like clockwork, because we haven't started shooting yet. And there's just so many great restaurants here, a lot of German restaurants and Italian. Although I wasn't the biggest fan of the blood sausage. That was like, afterwards they were like, "You ordered blood sausage? Are you crazy?"
You can talk about that at the junket, though. That's a good thing for the junket. I've been here for the Peace Cinema, the Cinema of Peace, which was fantastic. But of course, you know, it's not really like living here, and since we'll be here for a long time, I know this is a big summer for art in Berlin. I'm hoping also, I don't know if I'll be able to get to Munster and some of the other cities that are having the big, the sculpture thing and whatever, but and I know that there's a lot of music. I'm looking for the underbelly, so anyone wants to drop off any suggestions to the production office, but I know that there's a lot of great music coming out of here, and so I'm on a mission. Also, I'm very happy that dogs can eat in the restaurant, because in the United States they don't let you anywhere near a restaurant with a dog. So I've brought my dog to expand her horizons a little bit. And I'm going to take her to a lot of maybe blood sausage restaurants, I don't know.
She won't like it.
She won't like it. But, you know, I hear this is the happening place, and so, you know, anybody has any suggestions, because we're shooting short days. So this should open up, we're giving up lunch so we can have our night times.
What about you, Mr. Goodman?
Sir?
Over here? No,
I'd like to learn the language as rapidly as possible and avoiding police trouble.
Hello, Kuriko from Japan. It's a question to Mr. Hiroyuki Sanada. What kind of character would you play in the movie, and what impression did you have from the first meeting with the Wachowski brothers? Thank you.
I play Mr. Musha, a kind of businessman, and the owner of the motors, and a little strange, maybe, against this family, sorry, and little mysterious and little funny. That's all. And also, I met the brothers 3-4 years ago, just general. And this time, I read the script. I was moved, because, which I thought for the Speed Racer was all included in the script. Oh, it was great, so I want to be there and work with them. So excited. And I can't wait to start shooting.
Maybe I could ask a question in German. I'll try to keep it short. To Benno Fürmann. Inwiefern fungierst du vielleicht als Anlaufstelle für deine Hollywood-Kollegen, wenn es darum geht, ihnen Deutschland und Berlin zu erklären? Vielleicht als Stadtführer?
Ja, ich habe mir so ein Auto gemietet und mal sehen, wie lange unsere Tage dann werden. Also das ist alles im Dialog. Da müssen Sie sich keine Sorgen machen. Das läuft sozusagen.
The question was if Benno is going to show all of you around Germany and especially Berlin, and he said that he's rented a car and you don't have to worry about anything because he knows exactly where he needs to go. So always keep close to Benno.
Yeah, a question to Susan Sarandon. You're not only a beautiful actress, but also known as a very engaged on political matters. Do you follow the discussions about the G8 meeting in Heiligendamm, and do you have a message to the politicians over there?
See, you put the nice part in the beginning, so I would feel very comfortable getting myself in trouble with the second part of the question. I was at the G8 when it was in Scotland. That was my G8 time I put in for that one. I guess it's the same message all the time. I think it's really great that anybody even notices and understands now what the G8's about. So that's been a plus. But I have to say, in order of what's going on in my country compared to worrying about the G8, it's not at the top of my list at the moment.
Let's get back to the movie.
Sarah from Portugal. I would like to ask Joel Silver, are you going to have stunt performers for the dangerous scenes?
Yeah, there will be some stunt performers in the picture, but most of that work is going to be done in the safety of the computer. So I think that we're going to be pretty okay in that. I mean, there are some things that we need to do, but it's all the really dangerous things will be not dangerous.
Kig and Roger, we've been talking about all the characters that most of the other actors play. Could you explain to us what role you are playing in the movie Speed Racer, and what it's all about? Roger and then Kig, that would be nice. Thank you.
Well, I'm from England, and I'm playing someone who isn't very nice. Royalton is the head of a huge corporation, a many-tentacled corporation, and I think he kind of seeks a kind of world domination through the medium of car racing. And in a sense, I suppose he kind of represents the large corporate ethic against the loyalty and love and friendship of the family. And why he is like he is, I think I'll have to tell you in a few months' time.
Kig?
I'm from Australia, and I play a character that is the exact opposite of everything Roger just said. Which is good because it's British and Australian, so it's kind of fitting.
Could this be the beginning of a new franchise?
Wouldn't that be great? I mean, I hope so. We hope so. I mean, that was the intention. I mean, we have to make the first one to make sure people like it and we know what we're doing. But the story does continue, and it'd be fun to continue it. So I hope so, yeah.
I'm really trying very hard to just get on a lunchbox or a thermos.
Hello, Gavin Hodge, Reels channel. I've got a question about the creativity, or the problems with creativity when working purely green screen. I wonder if the cast could answer that.
For me, it's a challenge, because the things aren't there. So, in a certain sense, you have to kind of go back to when you first started acting on stage, and you had to imagine the whole world around you. It's a lot like that, whereas a film, the sets are there and everything's kind of interacting with you. And I think it just requires, a crazy imagination and a willingness to kind of go for it, I'd say.
한국의 MBC 색전 TV라고 합니다. 그 BC가 당당하게 헐리우드 입성을 하셨는데 다른 배우들은 BC에 대해서 어떻게 알고 계시는지 그리고 그 BC의 매력은 뭔지 크리스티나 리치 분이랑 에밀 허시 분에게 질문 드리고 싶고요. 그리고 비에게 질문 드리고 싶은 거는 이번 헐리우드에서도 주목을 받을 자신이 있는지 좀 부탁드리겠습니다.
Okay, he's asking not to Rain actually. He's asking to Krishna Reese and Emil Hirsch. Like, do you know anything about Rain? Anything about Jung Ji-hoon? I mean Ji-hoon Jung? And what do you think about him?
I love Rain.
Yeah, I think I first heard about him on the internet actually, and yeah, it's awesome.
And one of the last films I worked with was with Justin Timberlake, and he was like very big in America with music. So it'll be cool to see how you shape up.
Thank you, Ash.
And I think on the June 6th, I think Timberlake might be coming into town, so maybe we'll go to the concert.
Thank you very much. Oh, go ahead. And one last thing, Matthew, because you said that you didn't grow up with a television set. How many episodes did you have to watch of Speed Race in order to prepare for this shoot?
Well, I did immediately run out and get the DVD set of all the episodes of Speed Racer, and I'm sort of working my way through. Although after spending some time with the presentation that Larry and Andy have, and starting to see what they're doing with this movie, I'm not sure watching the original series is going to be all that helpful, other than in sort of a nostalgic way and sort of understanding their love for the series and what they're attempting, how they're trying to maintain that into this futurized version. So, but I will spend some time with it. Yeah.
I want to thank Owen Patterson and Hugh Beta for getting this car ready for us for today. They did a beautiful job. Thank you, guys.
And thank you very much for coming here. All the best for your shoot, and we are very much looking forward to seeing the movie next year in May.